Good evening and welcome. This is the Airstream members meeting for August 2016. We're here at Parkside again. Welcome to the new guests that have come along tonight. And remember guys, you're always welcome to come to a meeting here at the Parkside School and bring a friend or anyone that you think might be interested. You know, let them know that we have our meetings on the last Wednesday of each month. So you're welcome to come along and join in. So tonight on the agenda, I'll just give you a bit of brief news and then we've got a few presentations. As you would have seen from the invite, Sam has done some updates at the Goonwood node out at Seaton. So he's going to give us a lowdown on what happened out there and who that affects and how. We've had an update from Aslan. The Aslan team, as you may be aware, has been newly formed. For those of you that don't know, Aslan is a computer LANing and gaming event that we have. We were running them approximately 3 or 4 times a year. Went on a bit of a hiatus and the team has kind of changed over now to a new organiser, so they're getting that all sorted out. And they've actually announced the first of the new events for this year, which will be happening on 22nd of October at the Para Vista Church Hall. So if you're keen on Aslan, you can slam that in your calendar. There will be more news coming via email and the web, so keep an eye out for that. And I'm not sure if we've been in contact with anyone tonight, but perhaps at our next meeting we'll try and get one of the Aslan team to come along and give you all the information straight from the horse's mouth. But there you go, 22nd October, should be pretty exciting. New venue, new organisers, they've got some new ideas for how they're going to run the LAN and what kind of competitions and things, what kind of games will be involved, and I'm pretty sure they're still open to suggestions for ideas. So if any of you are, got some ideas on how that can be improved or some new games and things that have come out, do let us know, do let them know. You can email aslan@airstream.org if you want to send through suggestions or have any queries as well. And we'll make sure they get that. So what else tonight? We have mentioned there will be a services update. Now, unfortunately, we weren't streaming at the last meeting. So if you weren't here, you won't know what's been happening. I think the one before as well, we also missed a stream. Big thanks to Sean, who's made it out tonight with all of his kit. We're running a little bit late. Apologise if you've been waiting for a live stream. But I did mention at the last meeting that we will be making some updates to our online network-based services over the coming months. That's already begun. I'll give you a brief rundown of what's happened. Our member Justo, as you would know, the network team coordinator, who has a bit of hosting out at Hawthorn, which is one of the new nodes that's come online in the last year pretty much, hasn't it? So a very well connected node out there with some good hosting. Means we don't have to run these servers in our own bedrooms and basements, which is also handy. And we're moving some of the services like the gallery, wiki, tracker, the web chat is also hosted there now. So you notice a lot of these will be running a lot better and faster. I think some of the code's been updated on the gallery and things as well. So do check them out if you are into those. What else? As of just yesterday, there's a paste service running. If you go to paste.airstream.wan, you can, it's just one of those ephemeral paste services. I think it's 0bin,
yeah,
and you can...
Yeah, there's heaps of stuff there. There's even like a in development looking glass.
Yeah, right. So tons of new things will be appearing anyway over the coming months, so we'll try and keep you up to date. And I think even tonight, Sam has prepared for us a temporary map hack that he has pulled off on the old mapping system to basically interface with it and put it on a new Google map. So those of you that have been annoyed with the current mapping system can play with that for a while. And it will give you a better idea of what the network's looking like as well, which is cool. So big thanks to Sam for putting in some time on that and taking the initiative as well. So that's taken a bit of load off me. I'm still working on the new system, but I'm flat out lately, so apologise it's taking so damn long. What else? You guys can probably shoot some more info in on that if you want to later on. Justo will do his usual network update. Possibly next, since you're at the top of the agenda. And I think as well, Nathan, who's come along tonight, one of our key builders out there in the network, he's got some updates as well, which I'm not quite clear on, so that should be interesting. We'll know what that is shortly. That's about it. So, how are you going? You ready to go? He's ready to go. I'll hand you over to Justo for a network update.
Here we go. So ready to go. Alright, just a little bit of a network update now. I'll just be a little bit weary that I am running unlimited notes because we lost our minutes in the great flood of the wiki crash, but that's all good. Anyway, so I'll just go through what we currently have. A big thing coming up is the core node connection policy or access point connection policy, which is in its final stages of drafting now. So that'll obviously get emailed around to everyone to have a look at and add any edits and make comments. It's just gone through the network team and the committee now, back to the network team again. So the next step will be to go out, probably out to members for some comments and stuff and a bit more explanation if any needs. We want it to make sense, so we'll get that going soon. There's still a few things in the pipeline, some upgrades at Carrick Hill. First it's getting a new router, then probably soon some upgrades. Sky is looking at getting some upgrades. And we're looking to do some work at GSPV, but we haven't actually discussed much there yet at all for that. There's still a couple things pending. So EARC to Ingle Farm, that point-to-point still isn't installed. I actually gotten off the phone with that guy today, so we should be able to get there soon. To get that up and running, which will help when UniSA faithfully drops, or more recently GPH, which we had that weird issue where everything factory reset that we see every now and then. So that'll be good. Core node updates. We do rolling updates for all of our gear, so that's ongoing, and one of the most recent ones would be the AC Beta 15 backwards compatibility firmware with the AirMax Mixed Mode Plus. It's been great in some places and not so great in the other places. Needs more Airstream.
Some background on that?
Sorry?
Some background on that? For
yeah, so some stations, for example, Highgate Park had this issue where putting into Mixed Mode Plus reduced the latency on a link a lot, made it a little bit better, but it just stopped dissociating and passing traffic at points. After it was running fine for 10 days and then it just wouldn't do it again. Dissociate for like 20 minutes and then drop again, is that what it was doing? Yep. So that was interesting. I've seen that somewhere else with a Beta 15 link on Mixed Mode Plus. The fix for that is just to turn it back to Mixed Mode or point-to-point, whichever one. What'd you do on that link, Sam? Just to normal, yep. Just back to point-to-point. So yeah, anyone's using those firmwares, they're great for reducing latency on links, for AC links especially, but there is still some bugs. It is a beta firmware, so just be careful. Yes. As always, new router OS firmware. 6.3, 6.4 we're up to now. Not many changes that are going to affect us. FastPath is getting more and more implemented, so, but I think it's basically done for VLANs, so that's basically us done. But we'll hopefully get some stuff for bridges. Bridges FastPath now, so it's bandwidth tests, so we'll see that happening soon with some performance improvements. That's about what I have here. Do you want to go through some tickets while we're here? Test ticket, great ticket.
Still testing?
I know, you probably close it.
That was the email test.
Yeah, that was the email test. Didn't read it. I look at all these tickets and everything haven't closed. So yeah, we did have Highgate Park, O'Halloran Hill. That is fixed, yeah. Yeah, guys, yeah. Highgate Park, O'Halloran Hill. Link is stable again. Yeah, cool. APR 1 at GSPV was randomly rebooted. That was just the 2.4 GHz Omni. That's now resolved itself. But that's I'll be getting some love soon. Tringy maintenance, that's my ticket. 26th of the 4th. That's old news. Highgate Park is getting a new UPS, so that will be soon. As soon as someone gets time to go there and install it. Might see if Tony might be able to help us out with that one.
So saying it.
Hey?
What's that?
Don't worry, mate. Go.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Golfy Heights. Yeah. Australia has some cable faults, but that's fine. Good Creek. Skills Plains. Is there much else in the tracker? I thought we were pretty on top of it.
Recently,
As mentioned, the back-end services. So also at the new hosting there is a recursive DNS as well. What else is there? That's about it actually.
I've got a new IRC image to deploy.
There is no IRC there, I don't think.
It's planned though, I think. Or so I think Sam wants to put one there. So.
Yeah, or something. Yeah. So
But that's just generally. I'll be distributing that for anyone who's currently running a server to update to. Updates the daemon version
Yep.
with our patches that we need for various issues.
Yep.
But it'll also be a lot easier to maintain
Yeah, that's good.
config wise.
That'll be helpful.
Yeah.
That's about it. I don't think there's any other service I haven't mentioned yet. I mean, there's some cool things that people are working on, but
We haven't done email yet, but it will be happening imminently.
so expect an outage.
Expect a massive outage.
Massive. How will
Days!
I rage at people?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
That's about it. Who's logging into the members portal? Look at that picture. Or you're logging in for the map. Excellent. Does anyone have any questions for me, network related wise? Want to know something? Have a question about firmware, configuration? Oh, that's another thing. We finally had a looking glass up, and we noticed that the south of the network had 24 more routes less than the northern part of the network. There was a router at Hectorville that had about 27 stuck routes on it from BGP.
Wow.
And it was just causing mad BGP issues for any site that was receiving them from that router. So we fixed that, and they're all nice and equal now, so that's great. We wouldn't have known that without that looking glass. Thanks to Darryl who was putting that together with Daz. Hopefully one day it'll get there and be awesome. It's pretty awesome already, but
When's he coming to do a presentation on it?
one day, probably when it's finished. That's asking.
Where's he
He's probably watching right now and he's like, hehehe. Just he would be like, put the IRC client on the screen, not type. That's about it. Have I missed anything for network team members that are here that I haven't been around for? No. Modbury is down. Actually, that's a good point. Modbury is down, and there is no ticket for that, is there? So Modbury is down, which actually cuts off Suntrix, one of our core nodes, actually. So that's, I believe there's a power issue at the site. So that's hopefully going to get resolved sooner rather than later, but we're going to wait for the site host to sort that out. So there's a couple clients, there's 1 or 2 clients on the Suntrix node, including Suntrix itself. So not too much of a big impact, but they're all pretty light users, so hopefully that will get sorted out soon. If not, we'll make a workaround, connect it somewhere else. It's like on a hill, mate.
Cool, man. Do you want to hand over to Nathan?
Hand over to Mr.
Can
Cook.
you slide in and continue the update stream?
Update stream.
Thanks
If
very
anyone has any
much.
questions, feel free to ask me.
Someone will ask a question one day. You wait.
And I'll be like, how does BGP work? I'm like, how's the video on that?
You will use the gallery. You can have a look at it first. Does it work?
Everything not set for
You are doing it.
No, there's definitely nothing wrong for that. Yeah, so I am Nathan. but most people know me as Cook or Firefox on the Node on the Airstream. So I usually do a lot of builds and a lot of stumbles, and I'm in the West. So from the new members or new people here tonight, welcome. This is a site that I just finished building myself with a friend of mine. It's his new church in Albert Park. So if you look this way, it's like on Port Road, which we actually don't have a lot of things on Port Road or near it. So it was a bit of a test link to sort of build it and go, oh well, I don't think it'll see much. And it ended up being quite substantial for the area, which is good. So we've spent more money on it and more links and more time. And it's got quite a few things connected to it now, so I'll run through that. So this is the line of sight looking south, I think. Yeah, that's towards your place, Goon. And I think you can see Amy Stadium. It's further that way, I think. Anyway, it's pretty rare to have a good site in the West. I mean, I've been around in the West for a long time, and it's hard to find anything that's high enough to get things on gear on it. But yeah, next photo. This is some rigging gear. Next photo. Oh yeah, so that's the mast we put up. So it's a 6 metre pole in the roof, and yeah, it's just got one set of guide wires on it, and it's got a pole you can turn so we can have access to it. But the best thing about this site is something we've been working on, which is getting access to the gear on the roof is always difficult, especially if it's a roof like that. You don't want to put like a ladder up there because it makes it unsafe and all this sort of stuff. But if you go to the next page, I'll show you like, well, it's the collar. So what it is there's actually like a boat inspection hatch that we put it underneath the mast, and you can unscrew that and drop the pole all the way to the ground to the bottom floor, which is the top floor. And on the roof, it's like the mast is like here, so you can reach everything and you can change it all and then just lift it back up again. So it actually goes inside of a collar, which is sort of a new idea for me. But yeah, it's always hard to get access to gear on the roof, especially when you're trying to align something, or you've got many different connections and you're trying to get the percentages, the gradients right. So being able to drop it and raise it and lower it was really easy. But yeah, it's a good site, and ended up being quite. This is the old gear they had there. It's an old, really old gear they've got there.
Commander PDX.
Yeah, so I've got quite a lot of stuff in there. But if you go to the map, Goon, I'll show you the.
Haven't talked about that.
Yes, we'll get to that, won't we? So this is a little prequel. So yeah, if you just zoom into Gateway.
You need to wait for the cache.
That's right, it'll come. So before it was there, you can zoom out a little bit. There was a bit of a gap in the west. There wasn't. Sorry, I'm in your way, guys. One more Goon. There's a bit of a gap. There was nothing here except for a Goon there. And then we managed to put something in that gap, and now it's connected. So it's actually got. I need to work this out. It's got 3, I think. It's got one link to Prospect. It's got a link to SB, which is Semaphore, and it's got a link to Goon or Point to Points. It's also got one sector facing west, so facing towards West Lakes. And we've got a few clients looking to get connected shortly, but we've already got two clients here. So we've got Delphin Island and one in down the road from you. It's on New Trimmer Parade. But yeah, it's just again, it was sort of a bit of a random. Didn't think this site was going to work, and it ended up being in a good spot. So, but it's extremely noisy, which is another thing we're having problems with. But so getting speed through it has been a bit of a problem. But anyway, it's a site that wasn't there before. Yeah, so if you are in the West, or you have friends that want to be there or want to get connected to it, the site is there, so see if you can find it on the 20 megahertz. If you want to go to Turingi, I'll just do. I haven't done
On
an
5840s, and I can Josh's scan list.
Yeah, I haven't done an update on Turingi for a while, but so Turingi got an upgrade in. Can you go to the gallery under Turingi 2016? So we did a bit of an upgrade there at Turingi in May, wasn't it? End of April.
This one?
March, April, May.
Yeah. So we put a new box up there, and this is a pretty big independent node for the guys that have been around here. But we pretty much put some batteries in there, which has been. We've had a lot of problems with power on that particular road. There's only about 20 houses on that road, and the power goes out all the time. And when it goes out, it goes down forever, so 4 or 5 hours. So we just got some 20 amp hour batteries and put them in 24 volt, and yeah, we've had power go out a few times and haven't had any problems, which has been good. We spent a bit of time doing some monitoring on it as well, so we actually get an email when the power goes out, and you can monitor the graph. probably log in and see that if you wanted to, with some temperatures and just a bit of Raspberry Pi stuff, which is a bit of a play around for me. But yeah,
It's an old picture, it's all wired properly now.
yeah. So we've all put it all in conduit. It's all much more of an upgrade from where it was before. It was sort of all just jammed in one box and then sort of shut the door and then put the lock on. And it was like, I'm not going up there again. So yeah, so it's been quite a big upgrade. Putting a second box in. But yeah, a lot of cabling had to get redone because we moved the box from one side of the house to the other,
Recap the whole site.
and it was about 12 runs, wasn't it? It was quite a lot, and there was a lot of cabling. But yeah, so we did that, which has been really stable since we put the batteries there. Again, we've had problems with power there, so that's helped. And we put a sector up as well, which we're hoping that more people will be able to see. It's in 10 megahertz, so you'll need to change your devices onto 10 to see it. But it pretty much sees, I don't know, all the things. If you're facing, I want to zoom out one more again. It sees all that. So, hang on, sorry, that one, it's that sort of way. Yeah. So we sort of just put the sector up and hoping people can see it and connect to it. Again, it'll matter sort of if people can see it better, or if we've got like an access agreement as well with it, to access policy, for it. We've been working on, again, with the network team, but this is an independent node, so it can sort of change things. But we've had other sectors that have got flooded with bad connections, and you only need one bad connection and drag everyone else down. So yeah, if you can see it, please connect to it. Let me know if you need a hand getting your connection better so we can make it better for everyone. But yeah, it's up there and it should be staying up there for a long time, so, which has been good. So that's it from me, I think. That's for the 2 sites.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude. Done well.
Why do the cables go up the wire or gateway?
That's because we don't have to cut cable ties. We lowered the mast. You don't have to cut 25 cable ties off.
I didn't actually know.
It's not great.
Is that really what?
Yeah, just works really well.
That's a pro tip then. You just got a pro tip for free.
Here's a pro tip.
Can this be added to a website as another way of storing your mask?
It looks ugly though. It's not. You're
Start calling you
makes
Eagle.
it very easy to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Frankenstein?
This is the same idea you
Frankenstein
put in with Adam.
If you need to run another
Is that okay?
cable, it's
No.
Nah, you can put it on the left.
you need to cut all
That's
those
right.
cable ties.
That's right, 'cause then I can
all together
laptop.
and-
Yeah.
That's the technology.
Alright. Hi guys, so you might know me, I'm Sam Dragoon on the committee, out in the west as well. I do a lot of programming work for a job and for Airstream. I'm sure lots of us have been pretty frustrated with the lack of a map due to time constraints and other things. So a couple of weeks ago I was like, let's see what we can do with the old XML feed from the old map. And here we are. So it's
And Frankenmap was
Frankenmap was born with a couple of days of hacking away. So it is it's hosted at those new Justo servers.
You might want to just let everyone know again that doing things without it is really hard. But
Sorry?
So, it's great.
Yeah, so doing stuff without a map is pretty difficult, so it's just good to have again. So yeah, you can get that on the internet at map.wfx.net.au or on the Airstream network as map.wfx.wan.
What's all that SSL set?
I don't know, man.
What do I pay you for?
Oh, and loaded insecure script. Probably LastPass. Probably LastPass. It's
Yeah.
fine.
That's
Cool.
what we did.
So yeah, you can just log in with your members LDAP, normal Airstream NoDB login. If it might take up to 5 minutes it might take some time to do that initial page load because it has to connect to the old database, scrape the data, process it, and then get it in. That cache gets renewed every 5 minutes. So if you do make a change on the old DB, it may not show up on here for up to 5 minutes. There is a link on the side here. If you click on that, it clears the cache for you and forces a refetch. So your changes will populate. We've got some some toggles on the side here to toggle on potential nodes. And they show up as grey and dashed. We've got in-build nodes which show up as yellow and dashed, so we can toggle those off. We can toggle offline nodes, all the red dots. And we can turn everything off. I don't think any, there you go, you can show them, and they will show without lines until the site they are connected to comes back. Yeah, if you click on a node, it does some horrible things to load the members DB embedded on the side here. If you're not logged into the current members DB, it will pop up like a login window on the side, and you can log in again. And yeah, then you still get the freedom of being able to click around and. The guy for the Aslan call.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, we can just sort of do that as we did before. It just makes it a little bit easier for planning and getting a bit of a snapshot of the network as a whole, which is nice to have, and it will help a lot with the cleanup efforts and making sure everything's accurate for when we do the migration over to the new map. So
how do we access it?
I said
With
that
computer.
before. Map.wfx.net.au over the internet, or map.
If you want, I'll put a. How about I put a redirect in on the.
Put a map.stream.
So if you just go to the map menu in the thing, it'll redirect.
Well.
Yeah.
That's probably an intelligent thing to do.
And then I'll be able to log in.
Yeah, you automatically be logged in then.
Yeah. Cool.
Very good.
While I'm here, I will talk about Goonwood briefly. So, 2 weekends ago, we braved my terracotta roof and broke 17 tiles and dropped the mast and did a couple of upgrades.
Not literally dropped it. But
Like dropped
Lowered.
it to down. So I have the same thing with a hole in the ceiling, and the mast drops through the hole to get to everything, which is really good. There's only one picture taken on the day, which is quite bad, but here we go. So we've got the original. Well, half the reason we dropped it was to do these 2 links, but the rocket on the Omni also decided to stop working, which was great. So yeah, we had to pull that down, replace the rocket. We thought it was a cable problem, but the rocket was dead, just wouldn't power up. So yeah, replaced that. We put up the point-to-point link to Gateway, which is here. And then we put up a point-to-point link to Airstream Seaton, which was pretty overdue, seeing there's a bit of traffic that used to flow on that path before that Pasadena link went down. But when that comes back, that'll be a nice path out this way. So like down to Seaton, and then out here, down to Pasadena, down there. So yeah, thanks to the guys that came and helped with that. It was a pretty big day. There we go. Yeah. If you have any improvements for the map, let me know. If you want to do improvements to the map yourself, that would be muchly appreciated because I have minimal time. Yeah. Any questions about the map or anything else?
Can I ask like a really dumb question about like just kind of how the map actually what you did kind of thing?
Okay. So the old.
Everyone's gonna do it again.
So the
is it
old.
possible to say that relatively simply?
So the old node database had an XML feed of all of the nodes, which is what the old map used to use, right? Which has always been there, as you can see here. So the stuff I wrote, here's some code I prepared earlier, does things, connects to the NodeDB, downloads the XML, does some processing on that, then I expose my own API to query the map and do all of that, then that gets cached for 5 minutes, so then it's not hitting the map, like hitting the members DB and doing that processing every time you load the map. So yeah, just use the Google Maps API to do all the dots and the links and
So
stuff.
they changed the API, is that probably?
Yeah, so on the old NodeDB, it was using like the Google Maps v2 API, and they deprecated that a couple of years ago, and got to the point where it was easier just to do something dodgy on the side than muck around with the old code base because it's a bit crufty. Sorry.
Thanks. Hey man,
But
it lasted you 7
it's-
years at
yeah,
least.
10 years, 10 years. 2006. So,
Damn straight.
right, for 10 years old, it's pretty good, but it was just like, this is, like, the time investment of integrating this back into the old DB was going to be more than just,
Plus, you'd already done it.
and plus I'd already done it, right? As like a proof of concept, I was like, I'm just going to do this and see if we can do it, and then it was like, oh, there's no point spending more time to integrate this back when the new stuff is on the horizon. So, yeah.
Very cool.
Alright, where do we go from there?
I was going to say, go back over there and see if we can fire up the video chat.
Oh, is he still available? Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Sorry,
Try
everyone's
video
just
chat.
talking.
He's right, he's waiting for you. So. Let's see how this goes exactly. Allow, yeah.
So this is our Aslan correspondent on remote call.
We're going to do video in theory. I don't know how it's going to go across the
Who is it actually? Is it Daniel?
Yeah.
Ah.
it's-
Greetings.
Hello.
Hey!
How you going there? You're actually live on our live stream, believe it or not.
Well, that's great. Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
Everyone says
No,
they're
I
doing
can't
great.
I can't see anyone else except the picture of you, but that's all good.
There we go.
turn the-
Well,
Oh,
everyone
turn it
just
back on.
my name is
Oh, close the live stream!
have been joined the Aslan team to try and, make it new, I guess, and make it work and all that kind of fun stuff. There's everybody. Hello, everybody.
Sorry, we just had a bit of a feedback loop going on there. I'm not sure if it was you or us, but it's gone now.
Let's go on now. Well, I'm wearing a headset, as you can see, so
Yeah.
that's to be
Oh, it's probably us then.
So, it was already announced earlier today. We've picked our venue and our date. We're going for the 22nd of October, and the venue is the Para Vista Church, which we've checked out, and it's all apparently suitable. We haven't really got much more we can really say just yet because we're still arranging it, and for me and a few others in the group, it's our first time, so you're just going to have to put up with us as we try and get it organised. But the guys are doing a good job, so we really look forward to having a really good comeback, I suppose. In my case, first time go. So, yeah, 22nd of October. Please mark in your diary, bring your family, friends, all that kind of fun stuff,
Excellent.
and so forth.
And would I be correct in saying that you're still looking for volunteers to lend a hand with a few of the different areas?
I believe that's the case. Raymond's a bit more on top of that than I am, but I believe that's the go.
Yeah, so as I said earlier, just while we're on the subject, if anyone has any suggestions for the Aslan or wants to volunteer themselves, yeah, you can email the guys on aslan@airstream.org, email. Daniel and the rest of the team will get it, and yeah.
Excellent, yeah. So we are looking at new ideas. We're not ready to just yell them out yet. We're hoping to have
Yeah.
a presentation at your next meeting to explain what our ideas are and how we're going to do it all, because it's a bit, a bit keen for me to do all that.
Yeah, of
yet.
course.
I am very excited about it, and the others are too. But like I said, we've got to, dot some I's, cross some T's, if you will, before we actually can go to the next step. So yes, watch this space and mark it in your diaries.
Awesome. Thanks very much for calling in.
Sure, not a problem.
Appreciate
It's kind of fun to try and do it.
Hey, it's a first for us too, actually. That's pretty cool.
Oh, excellent. Yay.
Just
All right,
good.
guys, I'll step out of it now. Thank you very much.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks.
See ya.
Cheers.
All right, that was cool.
What to see you paying attention to the meeting, Tony?
Just some casual Netflix, Tony, it's fine, right?
Okay, guys. Anything else from the floor before we close off? Any questions or suggestions, comments, queries?
Just a question.
Yeah?
The parrots, have they got extra in there? Or?
Yeah, is that GSPB?
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
GSPB. I thought it was a parrot.
Same thing, whichever post.
Yeah.
GSPB, so 100 meg NBN, probably 300 meg of
Yeah, very cool.
Airstream. It's well connected.
Yeah, and a first for the Aslan venue as well, which we've been talking about doing it for a while, but yeah. Alrighty. Thanks very much for tuning in. If you're still online, and you can catch these later as well on the replay. You're always welcome to come along in person if you're not getting everything you need from the live stream. So perhaps we'll see you next time, and we'll sign off for now. See you guys.